Hey guys, this is Jason. I was just catching up on YouTube and realized that one of the channels I'm subscribed to, BioS3, with Jerry Ward, uh, keyed me in on something that I figure that I touched on, that I can touch on for you guys to try to understand. So on his video like last week, about that time. I might be about this time last week or a little earlier than that. He had tore his left pec, and from the muscle and everything else. He talks about it. You can go on to his video and he can give you the full explanation, the doctor stories and everything else. And I'm glad to hear that that it wasn't a full tear, it was only a partial tear, and that he's going to be able to recover. He obviously can't train the way that he wants to anymore, which sucks. Anybody who is in the fitness industry knows that shit sucks. But luckily it wasn't a full tear. Full tear would have taken longer. It would have taken him almost completely out of the game. And it's hard for anybody to do. And being in the military, we have similar problems with that. We have, if we end up with injuries due to the gym for things that we do, so that way because we have a specific physical standard that we have to meet, and we try to exceed that. And sometimes some of us push a little too hard. And seeing what Jerry did is a reminder to not be so gung-ho and take a step back, not to push ourselves as hard in the gym when we don't need to. Honestly, we don't really need to push ourselves. And it sucks. And for us, in the military, it's probably, we beat ourselves up probably just as much as Jerry does, possibly a little more, possibly a little less. Each person is different. But when something like that happens to us, it doesn't affect just one of us, it affects the whole team. Everybody gets affected in the military. Because now we're worried about not only having to get better, you're in medical forever on end. The military, because you are forced to go to treatments, you're forced to take physical therapy and everything else. We don't get to train around it like Jerry is going to. We don't get that ability. We get told what we can do and what we can't do, and with the medical, and it sucks but it makes sense, because if we're not at the top of our game, then we're not worth putting in the field. And if we're not worth putting in the field, we are basically letting the team down, and which is putting more of a workload on everybody else that we could be stepping in to do. So we are not only beating ourselves up for doing something that we could see as stupid, or we could see as if we would have done it different, we could have avoided it. We also beat ourselves up on the aspect as, I'm letting everybody else down. I'm letting my country down. I'm letting we put the whole world on our shoulders, not just the gym. The gym isn't the only place that we have to do this. I not only train in the gym, I train outside the gym. I have to learn in schools that the Navy puts me in. I have to learn on my ship. I'm being trained constantly to not only do the job that they want me to do, but to also be ready in case something happens at a moment's notice. I can be my orders can change. I could be put on a flight to anywhere in the world to go meet a threat head on. And that's anybody in the military, any of the branches. So when we have injuries, it takes a heavy toll. So I understand where Jerry's coming from. I understand the injury he's had. And due to that, there's last couple of days in the gym, I've been feeling really good. And it reminds me, okay, just because you're feeling good, don't overdo it. And yeah, I like to push the envelope a little bit because I'm still trying to grow. I would love to be the size of Jerry Ward. I would love it. But that comes with time. Jerry's been doing it for, what do you say? He's like 30 years, something like that, 20 plus years. I'll give it. I'm pretty sure that's safe to say 20 plus. But yeah, no, I see that, and it sucks. And pretty sure his wife still gives him some crap about not listening to her, which anybody who's married is going to get that from their wife. I understand that. So if you come in married, sorry guys, your wife is going to still tell you what to do. Not just the Navy. You have to add that to it. Any branch, actually. But yeah, it's just, this is something that basically not only are people who deal with it for a business, because that's Jerry's life. That's where he makes his money, is with the gym. For us, we're paid by everybody else to defend our country, and to be able to defend our country, we have to stay in top physical shape, and we push ourselves to meet that standard. But sometimes we also forget that we're human and our bodies can only handle so much, and that we don't always know what's going on with our body until it's too late. And when that happens, it really gets us. Mentally, it gets us down. It can cause some people to complete insanity. So, for those of you who are looking to come in the military, as you're training to get ready, while you're in the military or after you're in the military, just remember, it's okay to thrive, to do more, but don't overdo don't overdo what you have to. Just do enough. There's no need to show off. There's no need to try to outpower somebody else that's sitting next to you that's able to bench more. There's no need to try to do it. There's nothing to prove. All you have to do is set a personal goal, and everything else. Jerry wanted to hit what he hit when he was a teenager. He'll admit, I believe he admits that he felt that he possibly went a little too fast, which is debatable, but that was a goal he had. He wanted to do it, and his body gave up, and he beats himself up for it. I understand where he's coming from. I completely do. Jerry, if you fucking hear this video, man, I'm glad that it wasn't worse, and I hope it gets better, and I hope you get back in there, man, because it sucks to see anybody get taken out of the game, whether they're fighting for this country or they're not. As long as they're freaking helping other people out, they're good in my book, and Jerry is one of the better, because from what I've gathered from his videos, from his vlog, his Facebook, and other things that he has going on, his website, and even his new company, Gift Labs, he's not doing this for Jerry. Yeah, he's benefiting a little from it. You kind of have to. If you're not making money, where are you in this world? This world is run by dollars. It's run by dollars. But Jerry's not doing it for himself. He's not doing it solely for the money. If he was doing things solely for the money, he would have stayed with Primeval. He would have probably he could have stayed with freaking 5%. But he's doing it because he wants to help people around him. He wants to help those that he's training be able to put real muscle on, not screw up their body with screwing around with their diets, all screwy like. And he wants to start a supplement that, from what it sounds like, that actually benefits you and not filled with a bunch of extra crap that could actually be against you. Because I know people who are diabetics that can't take supplements because they put too much sugar in it, and they can't do that, so it's hard. And then when they get to the gym and they would like to freaking work out with those of us who are taking in the extra protein, they have to go and buy a special protein, and it's more of it's a heavier load on them, so they have to be more careful with their diets, and sometimes it's not fair, and I see that. So the guys who are coming in, just be careful. Just be mindful. Be careful and mindful. Safety is always a precaution in any workplace, and that includes the gym. You always have to be safe. Don't be dropping weights on your toes. Don't drop it on your phone. Don't try to show off to a girl or any of that. Guys who are already in, if you are watching this, just heed the warning a little, guys. Just be mindful. Don't push it. Don't go overboard. And when somebody sits there and looks at you and says, hey, bro, I know you just did this weight. Are you ready for that weight? Are you sure? Think about it. Before you sit there and just go for it, think about it. Take a step back and be like, hey, I know. How did that really feel? Did it feel like it was nothing, or did it feel like it might start to become a little bit of a struggle? I know it's a bit of an experiment in the gym, guys, but be mindful and always think about what it could do if something were to go wrong. And that's for the military. Jerry was feeling great. He didn't expect what had happened to him to happen to him. He wasn't feeling it. He wasn't prepared. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes we can't be prepared for it. But if you're mindful and everything else, you can prevent some of the injuries that do happen. Unfortunately, Jerry's was not preventable, but I'm just freaking passing the word on for everybody else to be preventable. And I hope that Jerry recovers and actually gets to be able to hit that bench press that he was hoping for someday. And that's my support. I'm sending that out. I hope it gets to you, Jerry. And if you guys could, please comment and let me know what you like of this video. Let me know if there's anything else you guys would like to talk about. Please like and subscribe. Liking the video lets me know if I'm even putting out anything you guys like to hear. And when you guys subscribe, it just confirms that you guys like seeing what I'm putting out and would like to see more. Thank you, and I will see you guys next time.